And I might as well check the other field. Okay, 11 is good for lime. So both fields are coming up empty. We are harvested. We don't need to plough them. Yes, we do. Well, okay. We don't need to plough our fields is a good statement to make. However, our seeder does not do a direct seed, so I am going to have to run the cultiplow over just so that the ground is cultivated. And I can seed it. What? Seriously? Where did those end up? Over there. That was bad. We will refill this again. Oops. And try and place them somewhere close together. Closer together. Anyway, we have 80% content in our harvester, which is... Oh, no, 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 no. You don't want to go that way. That's a bad thing. And never mind. That's all fertilizer there. Yes, yeah, I sort of halfway through a line of consciousness earlier. I was saying that when I started this farm, I decided that liquid fertilizer was probably the way to go, because in general liquid fertilizer is, the spreader is wider. But more recently I figured that, well, okay, you put them over there, whatever. Probably solid is, I'm finding a little bit better. It's still expensive, but I don't think you use as much as you do of the liquid. So given that case, I'm going, most of my recent farms, I'm going with solid fertilizer and forgetting the liquid completely. Not even bothering with a liquid sprayer for herbicide. If you're fast enough, you catch the the weeds with a weeder. And weeders are slow. I mean, speed of work, get a sprayer. But it's going to cost you in the long run, whereas a weeder is, once you've paid for it, you're just paying for the diesel and the time on the tractor. And then, get one of these in fertilizer mode and you can use it for liming and seeding. Okay, we need to pick up the plough, which I believe we need to do from this side. Ah, good grief, this ground. I don't think that has been improved with 1.3 either for building placement. Plonk down a building, it deforms all the land around it, even land you don't own, so that if you want to try and smooth it all out, you can't. Okay, I'm going to set that off on a worker. And we will go... Oh, we got turned around. Thank you. So that is way more than a tank load or trailer load. So I'm just going to have to load this up and go. Hope the harvester can make the rest of the field. Before it fills up. And we are done. Put the lid on. And we'll check the price is still best at... yeah, we're still good at the harbour, so let's straight this way. This is about $18,000. Currency is in pounds. Okay. Once again, playing too many British farms. That's one thing they could improve on. Is to tie currency and units of measure to the game save. So on Estancia Lapacho I can use kilometers an hour, hectares and dollars. And then at Marwell Manor I can use miles per hour, I think it's hectares, and pounds. And then on Ravenport I can use miles per hour, acres and dollars again. But save that as part of the game save. So when I load the game in, everything's set for the region as opposed to for the last game I played. Do we have sleeping people?
Yeah, it should not happen.
Huh?
They're sleeping crazy.
They're sleeping crazy. Hello, Mr. JWB. How are you doing? So we're finally turning this farm around and making us some money, which is nice. Not a lot. I mean, the fields aren't big, so it's going to take time to earn the money. But at this point, we've just made $36,000. That is 18, isn't it? I can't see. Yeah, 18. So we've already made $36,000 today. We bought some lime. We don't need any new equipment. So we're kind of at a stable point there. Must admit, I'm not sure. I'm pretty certain we don't have a loan here, but I could be mistaken. We might have taken out a loan to buy Field 5. Let's check on that. Money. Oh, good grief, yes, we took out quite a big loan. But see, so far today, we've made 32,000. Back on Tuesday, we made 31. But that is vehicle running costs. We've spent, what's that? Just under $3,000 on farm running costs, and we've made 36,000. And there's still more to make. So that's kind of good. I mean, yeah, last session we did sell the trailer and bought a house, which not significant, but there's probably about $15,000 in it. And we did buy Field 5. But we're up to $70,000, so we can pay off. I don't know. What is it? Probably about 40% of the loan. Ooh, drive faster, tractor. We need to get home. Now I could see. It'd be a bit cheaty selling the Deutz and buying the new mod Deutz, because the new one is $17,000 base. Does sound good though. But it would give us a little bit extra cash to pay down the debt. And in my book, that's always a good thing. Field 9, not mine, Field 11 is. The harvester's going the wrong way. Hopefully he should get to the end and turn around before he needs unloaded. So it takes 2 loads from the harvester to overfill this trailer. The harvester is a little bit more than 50%, about 53%. So we're not going to fill the trailer again. Oops. Okay, so the question is what do I seed next? Yeah, it really doesn't make any difference, but it's good to vary it. I'll check the prices. I think so far I've figured. Problem is wheat and barley are same amount of seed and I think same yield, but in general barley is significantly lower value. Okay, there we go, that's empty. So that one there. So yeah, look, 753 on wheat and only 651 on barley. So wheat's a good crop to plant. Now I believe oats, and I don't know what the percentage is, but they yield less than these two. And so yeah, there's a higher price, but it's It's a lower yield. Don't want to do sunflowers right now, or corn, because that's going to be an extra expense to buy the header. Have been known to do canola quite frequently. Don't do potatoes. Don't like potatoes. So we don't have a seeder or harvester to do anything else. So I think what I'll do is I'll set up for wheat for the next harvest. Oops. And that'll give us some straw, and all we've got's a small loading wagon, so it's going to take time to ship it to market, but it's extra income. Once this is done, we can put the harvester away. So I think 5's a little while. Probably tomorrow 5 will be ready to harvest. I might actually have wheat on 5. We did the second stage of fertilizer on that. You are done, and that is 4. And that is 7. So that's about 10,500's worth for sale. Fold that in, fold that up. And we will head on over to the yard, such that it is building at the side of the road. Oh, another box of stuff. Egg things. Okay, so once again, jump out there, run around the back, and select. I don't want the harvester. Tab. Actually, that's not so bad. I can skip that. So yeah, new mod on the mod hub. You can tab through the equipment that's on the maintenance pad and pick the thing you want to fix or sell or whatever. So the harvester's clean. Let's clean off the header. Oh. There we go, because we're kind of done with that for a while. And we can put this thing away. And that's not going to turn sharp enough to get through the frame. Oops, back up. Blink and engine off. That will do. Jump out and we'll run over here. So that looks potentially halfway. In the meantime, we need to go to the harbour again. So that'll get us end of day, oops, $70,000, $80,000, which is just under half a loan payment. Oh, I do require... So the Cedar I have at the moment requires front hitch on whatever tractor I have. But I'm pretty sure everything else just needs a rear hitch. Where am I going? There. Okay, empty that. That should put us on 80,000. And right where we thought. Okay. So in the garage, I have a Valtra that's worth 41 and an Agrostar which is worth 39. The Agrostar has 143 horsepower. See, the option we have is this one here, which base cost is just under 18,000. You could do that. And you could do that. Now that's $29,000 for 143 horsepower, exactly the same horsepower. We'd lose the front hitch. We can put, however, sorry, let's do a however. We could put a front hydraulic and a front loader. Makes it 31. That's still less than garage. We wouldn't make much money back. See, we could get 10,000 if we just put a weight on the front of it and put the big beefy engine in it. I can't improve on the Valtra. The Valtra's 203 horsepower. There's nothing I can do to improve on that. These tractors are getting pricey at that point. So, yeah, probably not going to do that, but potentially we could find an extra $10,000 just by swapping the tractor for a cheaper one with the same capabilities. And also I'm using the new mod for Maypole Farm. I kind of like to keep different tractors for each playthrough that I'm doing. So Maypole has a Valtra A. This farm has a Valtra N, and Marwell Manor has a Valtra T. But I'm not. Yeah. I think with was it Farm Sim 17, my first 5 farms, all of them had a Valtra N on them. I got to Lawfolds. Actually, no, I got to Old Stream Farm, and on Old Stream Farm, I think first time through I went with Fendt equipment, and then when they released 2.0 they restarted the farm and went New Holland, and then Seasons came out and they released a new version of Old Stream Farm, and I said, no, I've already restarted it once, not going to do it again. And then with Lawfolds, I kind of went and picked a lot of tractors that I never used before on any other farm. So I never played a Valtra or a Valtra N on Lawfolds. It does have a T. But I had a whole assortment of sort of the Massey Ferguson 5700, 5600, the Fendt 300 series, Class Axion 940, JCB. Went with that for a while, and then when that was too underpowered for the work I was trying to do with it, I upgraded that to the big JCB. Oh, we have seeds in there. That's interesting. That just says seed. Oh, that says seed because it's a seed container. You have to attach it to the planter in order for it to tell you what type of seed it is. So back up there and connect. Wheat. Wonderful. Just what I wanted. I think these buckets here are seed. Maybe they're not. Maybe those are... Is that all? That's all fertilizer. I thought I had some seed here. Okay, that's all fertilizer. That's lime. We don't have any seed on the farm, so we are going to have to get some more. That's a pain. Oops, nearly took the lamppost out. Not sure I have enough seed to do this entire field. Unfortunately, the Valtra is the only piece of equipment I have that can do more of it. So, or can go get more of it. So I'm probably figuring in all likelihood this is the last playthrough in a while that you will see of Ultra N in the starting lineup. Come on, go. Thank you. Still haven't found a farm to feature the Lindner Lynn track. I usually reserve that for yard work, where the yard is a very tight yard, so you need something that is very, very maneuverable. The Lynn track has four-wheel steering, so you can get places that even Valtra N has difficulties. Oh, no. Wait for it, lower the boom, and then go. That was one of the early tractors I featured on Lawfolds on the sheep farm because it did handle itself very well in the tight confines. I think part of the problem I'm finding with this, at least this version, is money's a lot more difficult to come by. So it's not easy to upgrade your equipment, at least not very quickly. everything on this map so far has been something I got right at the beginning. What's the time? It is 10:30, just gone. Stream has been running for... I'm on the wrong page, dashboard. Oops. Yeah, I went off course. Okay, stream has been running for almost 2.5 hours. Try and fix the that row. Actually, how's the plough doing? It's still a ways off. Okay. How's the seed going? See, I'd kind of like to run down the store with the flatbed, grab some seed, rather than running down there with this, because I can only fit a bag and a half in the seed canister in the front, which means I'd have to go back and get the other half a bag. Or we find some other way to do it. Do have a fair bit of money now, although it is on loan. We do have a $170,000 loan because fields aren't cheap on this map. I think there's enough seed to do another run, so we'll try that. Stick that on a worker and consult the sales brochure. That's 38,000. Cool. Okay. Needs 110 horsepower, so we can work it. It's got 19,000 litres, which is bigger than the tipper that we're using. That's expensive. 30,000. What was the horsepower requirement? 180. That's, I can only use that on the Valtra. Valtra's small, so it's not a very stabilizing influence. I've used that on the Valtra T, on Marwell Manor, and it's not very stable. It needs a good weight of tractor in front of it. Tippers. So that's the one we've got. What mod tippers do we have access to? Nothing significant. It's 10,000, that's 14, 21, still 21, that's 31, that's heavy. You need a medium tractor on that, really. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking. We buy the small Stara auger wagon. I think there's another one. Oh, that's 66. That's big. Not going to be able to run that. So we buy that. We can put a whole bunch of seed in it to bring back to the farm. And then we can figure out how to decant the seed back into big bags. But I can use that to transport what's it? Seed, fertilizer, not lime, and any of the regular crop. So I can actually load that from the harvester. How's our seed doing? 131. Kind of frivolous use of money, but over the long term it will make our life a little bit easier. So I think maybe that is what I'm going to do. I'll let the workers swing this round and then I'll finish this row on my own. Plow's nearly done. Wow, look at the dirt on that tractor. That's going to be worth a closer look when it's done. Oh. So we'll lower that, we turn that on, off we go. And of course the Stara auger wagon is prototypical for the area. So not a bad thing to add. But it'll take 3 loads off the combine, off the harvester. We can decant 12,000 litres into the tipper and still service the harvester for another 2 loads. So it then doesn't matter how long it takes us to get all the way down to the store and back from a sale because we have we'll have sufficient capacity to do that. So we are going to drop that there. Put this next to the house. And then we'll go to the store, get some seed. Is the best way to the store. There kind of isn't one going this way. They're all bad. Probably the worst thing about my choice of land is it's so far away from the sell points and the store. And there's too much waste ground around each of the fields I bought. It's one of the reasons why I'm kind of not considering field 10 for purchase. Is because it's more trees and grass than it is field. Now 9's a possibility because that's pretty much all field. And here we are. So, buy an auger wagon. That one there. I'm going with that because it looks cool. It does cost 40,000. So what? It looks cool. Then bags. Okay, 5 bags of seed. Let's go get that hitched on and loaded up. I'm kind of hoping that what I discovered ages ago still works. In that I can just fill it up with seeds by pushing a button. I don't have to have a front loader. Back in Farm Sim 17, that absolutely wasn't an option. So you had to take a front loader with you to the store. There we go, auger wagon full of seed. Let's put the lid on. Get inside and we'll drive back to the farm. Ooh, bouncy, bouncy. Now unfortunately I can't dedicate this auger wagon to being a seed hopper because it's expensive and I have too many demands for it. But it is my preferred way of handling seed and solid fertilizer. Because you can basically hitch that to a tractor. You've got 19,000 litres of seed and you can haul that with you and the seeder. It doesn't matter how big the seeder is, you've got at least 1, maybe 2 loads of seed in it, so you can keep the seeder supplied with seed for, you could plant multiple fields and not have to go back to your seed supply in order to reload. Unfortunately the Deutz is busy, so I'm going to have to do fancy footwork to get this thing loaded or unloaded. At least I think the Deutz is busy. It could be done. Let's have a look when we get back to the farm. Okay, the auger's on the left. Pull over here and hitch that out. Question. No, that doesn't. Pipe in, pipe out, unload here, detach, select. Yeah. Some of these you can alter the reach of the auger up and down by angling it. This one you can't. You're done. You really done? You did all of that? No, you missed a bit. How's about we go and deal with the bit you missed? The 2 bits you missed. Down, you're getting sloppy. Oops. Okay. Guess we'll finish off the bit he missed. How does that look? Wow, look at that. Lime all over the tyres. Awesome work. I think that's definitely worth a screenshot. The tyres are already red. Some bits right there. Been kind of spoilt with the horse pronto, because that does cultivating, seeding and fertilizing all in one pass. There's a lot of farms that are picking that as starting equipment. You use that for so long, sort of, well, I don't need to cultivate, I don't need to fertilize, at least not the first time. I think you need about 280 horsepower for that seeder. We definitely don't have that here. And there we go. Lime has already worn off the tyres. So I think there's not much in the way of surfacing needed here. Tractor's fine. Tab, that needs fixed. The weight should be fine. Oops. Oh, I'm going to need the plough anyway. So we still have to do field 11. I think it is. Oh, that'll do. Back in the tractor, I want to leave that there. Go around and drop the weight off. Well, that's the 30-pound weight too. That's the nice thing about this farm setup so far is I think pretty much every piece of equipment I own can be operated by either of the two tractors. And the Valtra is faster and has more horsepower, so for road transport I'll tend to use that, because I can get to the store quicker and it doesn't struggle quite so much with the weight of a trailer. And I am running the increased weight mod. Okay, we need to do the lid. Oh, we went too far. If I reverse that to there, we should have seed going into the hopper. Put the lid back on. So, quick and easy resupply using an auger wagon. So we'll set that back off with the wheat planting. Looks good. jump back to here. I'll fold in the auger. Drop off the trailer, and we will run over here, pick up a weight. Pick up the plough, and then I will park this in front of the I'm thinking I could really do with remapping one of the buttons on the steering wheel as an attach unattach option, rather than having to reach over to the side panel to attach equipment. I don't really have enough buttons to do. Maybe I do. To do lower equipment, turn on equipment, and that sort of thing. I could very, very easily set it up so that I can attach and unattach bits of equipment. Okay, I'm going to park this right outside the house so that I see it when I log on next time. Deutz is seeding now. We have no supply of seed on hand. Seeding wheat there, we're going to have to seed that. That's not harvestable yet. Everything's fertilized, or at least our fields are. So yeah, we'll have to go back onto that, fertilize that with something once it's finished seeding. I'll run round here and plough that, then I'll bring that round and start seeding that, while probably the Valtra does some fertilization on field 12, follows it up with 11. Hopefully by then that field will be ready to harvest. Okay, how's the equipment doing now that we can... Oh, the seed tank needs to be fixed. Tipper's a little low. That's the spreader, that's the Valtra. What's that, 63%? So, yeah. Money. We have spent... Oh, okay, we spent 40,000, but we made 38, or maybe more. We made 46. So we kind of covered the cost of the auger wagon with that, so not a big deal. There's still contract. Wow. That's potatoes, isn't it? Blah blah blah, harvest potatoes. Yeah, that's potatoes. Guess what? I'm not going to do that. Might be 63,000, but that's going to take me a month of Sundays. Oh, that's potatoes too. Yeah, I'm not going to do that one. 19? Sugar beets. Well, that's a marginal consideration, but we're only getting paid 20,000 for that. That's fertilizing. That's field 15, 30. 30. We did that one already, didn't we? Yeah, we did that one already. Huh. I want it done again. Oops, 17,000. Oh, look, more sugar beets. Yeah, not happening. No matter how much you entice me with your money, I'm not going to do them. Okay. So, we've played nearly 3 hours. We completed 2 missions. A total of 26 so far. So, I'll save that there, and I will say thank you for watching. You've been a wonderful audience. And I need to get some sleep, and I'm going to send you all off to watch Long Hauler. Because he could do with the views. He's playing Farm Sim 17, so I will wish you all a good night. Have a good evening. Have a good day tomorrow, and I will be back on Thursday with some trucking. Good night.